Now we have audio. Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapper Forward, friends. I want to encourage you, if you haven't had a chance to check out our Instagram, to head to our Instagram at iMapItForward. We are starting a podcast listening club. And every day when we post the rundown for what we're going to do on the podcast and when we're going to do the Instagram live, we're now including, if you swipe beyond the initial picture, we are including podcast episodes of all the podcasts in the land that you guys have recommended that we should all be listening to. So they're not just specifically coffee related, they're everything related. So head there at iMapItForward and check it out. Today on the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapper Forward, we are talking about staying grounded in order to stay safe and healthy. And this carries on from yesterday's discussion. And I want to start with telling you a little bit of a story that I did speak about it on the Instagram live yesterday, but it's important to have it on the podcast. This is something that I needed to stay grounded. So this is a candle. And for those of you that are just listening, it's a white candle in a pretty white whiskey glass. And the candle on the front says, I am. And it's a candle that's no doubt very expensive. I didn't buy this. This was given to me as a gift. And it was given to me as a gift by my friend Andrew. And Andrew works in the cosmetics and beauty industry. And so he's a salesperson, a sales and marketing director for a big company that takes care of, hair beauty products and things like that. And so he wanted to be of service to his friends during the beginning of this pandemic. And so he had a bunch of samples of things that he and his friends all give to their sales reps to give to their clients. And so what he did was he had a whole bunch of this stuff and he put them into little packs and he sent them as care packs to his friends. And receiving it felt awesome. But in my care pack was this particular candle as one of the things. In there was a bunch of skincare products and stuff to get me through this time if I wasn't able to get access to what I needed. And when Andrew called me, he said, listen, there's this candle in there. I think you're going to think it's probably like a bit weird, but do it, don't do it. And he mentioned the brand name, which escapes me right now, Candle the Candle. It smells beautiful. He said, but listen, do me a favor, do it the way you're supposed to do it. Now, the way that you're supposed to do it is that it's called an I am candle. And so you light the candle, and as you're lighting it, you say, I am, and then you say an empowering statement. So carrying on from my story yesterday of the person that I live with who has created some challenges during this time with regards to their anxiety and whatnot. This person also, because they couldn't handle their anxiety recently, decided to go visit their parents this weekend, which was challenging. And no matter how much rational talking or whatever, you're like, that's not like the whole stay at home philosophy is not about that. This person was experiencing so much anxiety that they decided, I need to go and see my family. And as frustrating as that was, it triggered a lot of my anxiety, and I needed to find a way to come back from that. I remembered this fucking candle. So I'm not somebody who usually buys into this stuff, but I believe that everything that crosses your path is there for a reason. And so I thought I'd try it. And I went to this candle, I lit this candle, and I just reminded myself of what I am. I am rational. I am safe. I am grateful. I am prepared. I am happy. I am healthy. And I started to say these things. And the effect that it had on me was that it grounded me in the things that I can control. And that was what we were talking about yesterday. It grounded me in things that I have confidence in and that I can trust. It grounded me in a sense of reality. It took me out of the things that I cannot control, which is this person's behavior who I share this living space with, and it brought me back to earth. It planted my feet on the ground so that I could stand strong and that I could stand firm in things that I had put the time and the effort, anxiety trail. That could, and I know for me that anxiety can get quite challenging. And it's been many years since it has, but it's techniques like this that have helped me understand that the groundedness with which I approach things now mitigates, completely avoids the downward spirals that can come from anxiety. The benefit of that groundedness is that because I think rationally, once I'm grounded, I can be proactive in keeping me healthy, keeping me safe, and keeping me moving and progressing and being functional. And that is the most important thing right now for all of us in order to maintain what's required to get through this very, very new thing that we're all experiencing. And it's not just an I am candle. It's, look, everybody, any time you can take a statement and ground yourself in the truth of that statement, it's going to have the effect. You can use any candle. You can use a plant. You can use a stick of incense. You can use anything that formulates a ritual once or twice a day. You can do it during meditation, but grounding yourself in fact and realizing just the simple truths. Hey, right in this moment, I am safe. And that's the truth that I can control and that I'm going to ground myself in right now. Right now, I am fed. Right now, I am loved. And those statements in moments of anxiety, in moments of fear, in moments where we feel like we're moving away from the center that we need to maintain, these little rituals are the things that ground us somewhere that makes sense to us. And so I found this overly priced candle excessively helpful to me in finding a way to come back to center at a moment's notice. And there are times when I'm sitting here and I start overthinking and I'm like, okay, this is not working. This is too much. How can I get grounded in this moment? And I return to my I call it my I am candle statement now. I resort to my I am candle ritual, whether the candle's there or not. And I remind myself, hey, Lee, do the I am thing. Okay. I'm safe. And I know it sounds simple, but it really does bring you back from a ledge that you could easily tip over in times of crisis and times of anxiety. And so I invite you to explore what the equivalent of your I am candle is. How do you find I am statements that ground you in a moment of anxiety? What are your I am statements that get you to a place where you are connected back to the things that you can control, rather than getting lost in the things that you really don't have any control over, because that's where the irrationality lives. That's where the anxiety takes you, to the places where other people's decisions live, not yours. It comes back to self. And then the self-responsibility is the only thing that you can control. I hope that that's been helpful. I also hope that you will join us for our Instagram lives. But more than anything, I hope that you are safe and healthy and taking care of yourself and others. Peace, love, and peanut butter, friends. Have an amazing rest of your day.